Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking all about natural lashes, but before I get into all that, I gotta tell you, I had to re-record this intro, so I don't know what I did. Somehow I deleted it and I was editing yesterday and I was like, where'd my intro go? So if you're noticing any slight differences, that's what's going on. Anywho, back to what we are talking about today. I've gotten a million questions, especially recently, about, okay, please put your mascara on camera. It's so weird for me to do that, like apply it. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna tell you guys some tips and tricks. I've gotten questions asking about what serums I use, before, afters, all of the things will be in this video. Before I jump into the demo of me applying and the little tricks I do to make my lashes look their best, if you use a curling wand for your lashes, go ahead. Those things scare the crap out of me. I don't even like using them on clients. A lot of times I'm like, can you do this? I'm so scared I'm gonna pinch somebody's eyes. It just freaks me out so badly. Luckily, I have a natural curl to my lash. If you don't, go ahead and do that, and we will jump into the demo. The first little trick, if you will, is something I never used to do. I don't know why, it just didn't dawn on me to do it, but I do it every single day now, and that is to take a black liner of your choice. My favorite is via Veneto from Nars, and I take this and I put it right at the top lash line in the inner rim. I like to hold my lashes up with a finger and then go in with the liner. Doing that alone makes the base of the lash look so much thicker and darker. Now, if you use a lash primer, this is the time you want to do that. I like to apply 1 to 2 coats if I am using one. Today, I am not going to because I do not feel that the mascara I love needs it. My absolute favorite is the Monsieur Big from Lancôme. And as you can see, I push my lashes through. I know a lot of people do that wiggling motion, and you can certainly do that. That is a trick, but for me, it kind of makes my lashes clump a little bit, and I think that's because they're a little bit longer. Now I'll get this side to about here, and then I will start on the other, and basically I just go back and forth. I don't continuously dip into the product unless my bottle is drying up and I need more product. This allows each side to kind of dry a little bit before I go in with another layer. And with this mascara, I just feel like I can keep on and keep on and keep on. I can get a little clumpy sometimes, but as you can see, like this separates my lashes and makes them so thick and longer as well. But I really like to concentrate on pushing at that lash base and just pushing down, and that really coats my lashes. Periodically, especially on the ends, I will go on the outside of the lash, or the inside, and that will help coat the opposite side of the lashes, but I have another trick I do for that. And if my lashes start to go one way or another that I don't want them to go, I just kind of push them. So right now I'm pushing these lashes towards the center, and I will kind of push these outwards. If you do what I just did and get a little dot, leave it there, it'll dry and you can flick it off later. I've added all the coats I want. Yes, I do put on a lot of mascara. If you don't like to do that, just don't do it. But I like to take a different mascara for my lower lash line because this one is a tubing mascara, so therefore it does not reliquify. I don't end up with it all underneath my lash line, and this is Max Extended Play in Gigablack. I'm trying to talk fast because there's something else I do. I take it on the side and just wiggle it back and forth. And now the top lashes, while I'm doing this, are having a chance to dry, but not completely. I do not get mascara on both ends of my lashes, meaning the front and the back. And when you don't get it on the front and the back, they can look shorter than they actually are. So after I do my lower lash line, I will take this, I did not dip it again, and I'm gonna go start at the front, and I get the tips of the back of my lashes. And I like to use this wand because it's so much smaller. If I do this with the original mascara I used, I will end up with Clump City. I'm kind of just like twisting the brush a little bit. Now, if you do that trick and you find clumps that you don't want at the end of your lashes, just take a spoolie and twist it on the back end of your lashes, just like you added the mascara, and it will take it right off. Another thing you can do to make your lashes look really thick at the base, and I didn't do this today because I wanted you guys to really see my lashes, but I'm going to insert a clip. You can take a dark shadow and just run it right at the lash base. It creates this really intense, beautiful look. If I had more eyeshadow on today, or I wasn't doing this video, I would definitely do that, and it just really makes it look, I don't know, just so sultry and like you have really thick lashes. So as you heard me say in the demo, Lancôme Monster Big has pretty much taken over everything. It is my favorite mascara. It's my ride or die. I feel like it does everything I need it to. I could use it on my lower lash line, but I prefer the Gigablack. This is not Gigablack. This is extended play in Gigablack. I do not feel that I need a primer with this mascara. Now, previously, before this mascara, I loved primers. My favorite has been the Diorshow and then the one from Chanel. I will leave them linked down below. And if I'm going to use my Diorshow, and this is Dior Maximizer 3D, I'm sorry. If I'm going to use this mascara, I will use the primer because I feel like I get more out of my lashes, the way I want them to look, everything with them combined. But again, the Lancôme Monster Big, I don't need that. I definitely suggest these if you're unhappy with how your mascara is working, or you love the mascara, you just want a little bit extra length. This one and the Chanel, they're both really great. They give you extra length as well as they nourish the lash. MAC Extended Play has been with me for years and years and years. I love this for my lower lash line. Again, it's a tubing mascara, and what that means is that it doesn't reliquify. It literally makes little tubes over your lashes, warm water, and they just come right off. But I don't end up with stuff underneath my lash line because my lower lashes are pretty long as well. I actually need a new tube of this. If this starts to flake on you, you need a new tube. This one is pretty dry. Tomorrow, I'm gonna go get a new one. Now let's talk about my lash serum. As most of you guys know, I use Neulash. I love this stuff, but I did start off with Latisse. So you can get that before and after picture on my Latisse review. I will link that down below as well. The problem is I can't give you a true before and after because I started with Latisse. Now, my lashes have not gotten any longer or any shorter using this. Now, if you stop using Latisse, it goes right back to normal. So if this was not working for me, obviously it would go right back to normal. So if you'd like to see how my lashes looked before they were this long, check out that video. And I will talk about the differences, but first I'm going to tell you guys about how I apply this. Now, you might have seen this in my recent skincare routine, but this is for all the people who haven't. I take this and I take it at night. Right now, I'm using it in the morning and night because my eyes are super watery. You have to pay attention to that. If your eyes are watery, it is taking off the serum. So if you notice that you're watery during the day, use it at night. If you're watery at night, use it during the day. The biggest thing is you want this to stay on your lashes as long as possible. You need to go in with a clean eye area. So do not apply your eye creams first. Do not do it. You will dilute the serum. So I take this with the little brush. I've even got a little bit of mascara on it. And I go right at the lash band. So right at the root of the lashes, and you just need to go one time. You will run through this if you keep dipping in and applying and applying and applying. You're just wasting the product. It is not going to do anything more for you than what it would with just the one strip. Allow that some time to dry and then put on your eye cream. So just make sure that you don't put the eye cream all the way to your lash band so it doesn't, again, dilute the product. One more thing, you do not want to put this serum at your lash line on the lower lashes. If you're wearing this at night, you're going to sleep and your lashes are going to hit the lower lashes anyway, but do not put them directly on the lower lash. You can also use this in your brows, but you cannot use the new brow. So there's Neulash and new brow. New brow is more potent. You can use the new brow in your brows only, but Latisse. Neulash you can use on your lashes and your brow, but not vice versa. Neulash versus Latisse. So why did I start using Neulash? There are several differences between them, but there's one thing they both have in common. They both work. 100% they both work. There's two real reasons why I stopped using Latisse and switched over to Neulash. The first one being that when I started working at Nordstrom over a year ago, there was a girl there and she had super long lashes and she was talking about how she used Neulash. And I was like, but did you have long lashes before? She's like, no. And sometimes you just don't believe people. But I was like, okay. And I also had this little thing happen. I lost some of my lashes right at the front here. And I thought that that was something like, oh, Latisse is making my lashes fall out. That's not the case. When you lose lashes, everybody loses lashes. I still lose lashes, but when I do, especially if they're in the same area, that's just the natural shedding, but it looks like I have a chunk of lash missing. Well, technically I do, but they didn't just like fall out. It's just way more noticeable when you have really long lashes. It's so much more noticeable, and that still happens now with Neulash. So initially, I thought that's what had happened, but that's not. It's just something you have to kind of, it happens. And I just take a set of little individuals and I pop it on right there and nobody is the wiser. For the differences, Latisse, if I remember correctly, was like $179. Yeah, a lot of dermatologists and stuff have like little specials and whatnot, but when I got it, it was $179 and it was for 5 milliliters. Now on Nordstrom, that's where I got my Neulash. They have two different sizes. One is the 0.1 ounce and one is 0.2 ounces. Now the 0.2 ounce is 5.9 milliliters. So it's bigger than what you get in that Latisse bottle and it's less money. Right now, actually, I don't know if it's still going to be going on when this video goes up. I hope it is. I didn't even know this was going on until I clicked here. But Neulash is $150 for the bigger one and then $95 for the smaller. And right now they have a sale going on. It's $80.75 for the smaller and then $127.50 for the 2 ounce. And then you also can watch out for like the anniversary sale, things like that. They do a package duo. So you're going to pay for the $150 one, but you're going to get the $95 one for free in just a little pack. Other than the obvious initial cost being less with Neulash, you're also not having to go pay a copay, even just for the initial visit to get the prescription for Latisse. And then the last difference is the side effects. So I like to call Neulash the Latisse without side effects. There's several side effects you have to look out for with Latisse. I go through that in my Latisse video. So again, that's linked down below. But you risk your eye color changing. If you have lighter color eyes, you will get a red mark right along your lash line and things like that. But those are not an issue with Neulash. Now, another question that I get a lot is why Neulash and not Revitalash or any of the other ones out there? Neulash was just the first one that I had available to me like right at the store. So, and again, my friend was using it. So I was like, okay, I'm going to try it. That's really the only reason. But the reason why I'm not going to switch is because it doesn't make sense for me to. I wouldn't want to stop using this product, which is about the same price as all the other ones, and possibly have like my lashes not work out as well. I just like Neulash, so that's what I'm going to continue to use. And lastly, a question I get all the time. Why do I still wear false lashes? Now, sometimes I get these in videos where I'm not even wearing false lashes. And sometimes when I zoom out, I think that you don't see them as up close and they look more false, but they're not. Those are just my lashes. And other times, I just want to wear lashes, especially if I'm doing a really dramatic eye look. I love having a just full set of lashes on. And then if I'm going to do a palette review, again, I just feel like if the focus is going to be on the eyes, I like to add a little bit of zhuzh. It's just fun. I just like to go back and forth. Someone once thought that I had something wrong with my lashes. I was like, no, I've just been playing around with wearing lashes. I never wear them if I'm not filming. If I'm not filming, I'm not wearing them, but it's just it's playtime. I like to go back and forth. Okay, I think that is it. I went through my notes and I was trying to make sure I answered everyone's questions. If you have anything that I didn't cover in this video, leave it down below and I will try my best to get back to you. I hope this was informative, and if it was, give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!